on a hike with Sean. Whoa, look at that. The way he shakes, the way he moves. I mean, yeah.
The way he moves.
Hello? Hey, Mormon Enlightenment. A long time no see. Sean has a thought he wants to share with you guys.
Yeah, so
we're on a hike, and we're just gonna hike, and Sean's gonna talk.
Okay, cool. Thanks, babe.
Yeah.
So
you just kicked sand in my shoe.
we can't walk so close together.
We're hiking on sand.
So
oh wait, look at the view.
Isn't that incredible? I am so giddy about this. We've never made it this far on this hike, so I'm like,
yeah.
And we're not that far, but
we usually have the kids and they can't make it
last.
this far. Okay, what's your thought?
Okay, so just recently someone in my business reached out to Crystal, and you know, they contact you about the church kind of thing, and it's awkward, and it's, you know,
and
it's
it
a little
definitely
irritating.
Triggers me. It's like, oh, like I just want to like respond and say what I think, but I didn't respond.
Yeah, because what's the point? So here's the cool thing, and someone else reached out to me, a me member reached out to me just recently, and she's like, Sean, I just can't take it anymore. I can't take being around all these Mormons, and so here's the cool thing, guys. You're gonna find in time. So I think we're at what, 20? We're at 22 months now that we've been out of the church.
Yeah.
And so we're almost at 2 years, and I have experienced the most major shift. Like, I really do not care what Mormons believe anymore. Like, of course I want to be an activist in terms of, you know, the harm and the trauma and the shame and the guilt that the church causes, but
being that supportive group of people for those who are leaving the church.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
More so than ever, I feel that it's important. But what I do feel around Mormons is like, I just don't care anymore. And so it's an interesting phenomenon. When we got out of the church and we talked to people who had been out of the church for, you know, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, like, they really don't even care. It's like they don't know what's going on in the church. They don't care. Like, you end up moving on with your life. And that's really, really exciting, because for a while there, it almost felt like quicksand.
Oh.
You know, and here we are in this.
Kind of feels like what we're hiking in.
It did. It felt like I would be doing good, and then something would trigger me, and I'd just sink again. And
oh, yes. Like, I have a thought about that. And
yeah.
That's what I think my most recent trigger before the video that was recently sent to me was the news about the church having all that money, the $100 billion. I was like, oh my gosh, yes! I was like, this is gonna be it. And then nothing happens, and then I get really discouraged, and then I'm like,
nothing
gosh.
happens. You can't say nothing happens.
Well,
so much has happened for the better.
I know, but I think you just think things are gonna happen faster than they do.
You do. When we first got out, I thought, oh, the church is like totally going down, and we're gonna take this thing down in the next 3 to 5 years. And then you realize, like, no, it's gonna take some time. But here's the other thing I wanted to share with you. Guys, you just don't realize who the shadow Mormons are. So, Crystal, you can verify if this is true or not.
Okay. The
absolute truth. I have spoken to, I can't even count how many now, people that have said to me, Sean, seer stone.
Oh, you found a seer stone. Put it in your hat.
Yeah, you put it like that, and then you. Anyway, guys, I can't even count how many people. Okay, just happened again this week. Friend down here in St. George says, "Hey, can we get together?" We get together. He's like the most Mormon guy I know. Holy crap, Mormon.
Yeah.
And we get together, and what does he say? He says, straight out the gate, "Hey, Sean, you know what? I want you to know something. I haven't been to the temple, and I have not been to the temple in 6 years." And I was like, what? Like, my jaw hit the floor. And then,
wait.
So we're, you know, and he just says, you know, I have not been to the temple in 6 years. Isn't that a cool way to to tell someone like that you don't believe. Like, I was just like, what? I looked at him and I go, like, it was one of those moments, you know, those moments in life where you're like, am I like dreaming right now? This can't be happening.
Yeah.
But so then we talked about it, and he's like, yeah, I know all the stuff, and I know this and I know that, and it was just the coolest thing. And he basically, like so many others have, he said, there's not much I can do. I'm locked in it because of my wife, and I go to church, but I don't believe it, and that's kind of my reality. You know, that's no way to live, I tell you, because I did that for a lot of years myself.
Yeah.
It's miserable, but they do it for the love of their wife and their family, you know, and there's moms who do it for the love of their husband and their, you know, significant others and so forth. It's just, we do that for each other. But I'm just starting to realize that religion, you know, I used to talk to people about religion and I felt so charged, and I don't know, Crystal, something's shifting where I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't care anymore. It's not a big deal to me. I just want to live.
Yeah.
And other people would say that and they'd be like, how could you not care? You know what I mean?
Well, because we can relate. Like, a year ago, we're like, that's all we could think about. But
that's what I'm saying is I used to think, hey guys, I used to think when people would say, no, don't care anymore. I used to think, how could they not care? Like, everyone needs to know that it's not true. So take the approach that, like, the people that come out, good for them, and they're smart, you know, and they want to live on their own terms, and good for them. And we just celebrate that, you know?
Yeah.
The people that need to stay in it and aren't strong enough to come out of it. Crystal, you always say it's like progression.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's their level of consciousness.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And like, we can admit that well, I don't know where you're at there, but I've always said that I know that it was part of what I needed to be in the church for the amount of time that I was in, even though there was a lot of pain that came with it. But now that I'm out, I can see so many, and I don't know, I just see how it helped me, but also caused me to really, it really opened my eyes to a lot of different things because of what I experienced in the church, things that I didn't really understand. Now being out and knowing, having my own stories, I see so much more clearly, and I can really relate to a lot of people that experienced pain from the church, you know? Totally.
So yeah, and then it's cool shifts. It really is cool shifts. And so you don't care about the actives. You don't worry about the Mormons. You just, you know, you just let them be.
Yeah.
No big deal. And what you'll find is you can't believe how many actually don't believe it. That's what'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
You won't believe how many actually don't believe it. Lily came home. Tell them what happened when Lily came home from her friends and how excited she was that her friend's mom was post-Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was so awesome. That's like...
I'll hold it for you.
The best thing ever. Be careful not to cover the...
Okay, I'll just hold like that.
Yeah. It's the best thing ever to see how far Lily has come. She was the one that I was worried about the most. And I cried about the most because I was like, are we messing her up? Like, what are we doing? And it was just a scary thing in the beginning when we told her, you know, we're not going to go and we're not going to let you go. And she was angry at us for a long time. But to see her come around the way she has is so exciting for me. She just like, she sees it all now. And it's like apparent that she's way happier. She's happy and she's grateful that she's not in the church anymore. She's always telling us stories of how her friends are, you know, things that her friends are saying. And I don't know, everything that she says, I just feel like, oh, I'm so grateful that she's understanding and she's not angry at us anymore. And she just knows what she knows.
So people like, you know, Lily's friend's mom that, you know, they're outspoken and they're brave, right?
Yeah.
Like brave.
Yeah.
And
they said some things and we're just like,
they said some stuff to Lily's friends, and
Mormon,
Lily's friends were like, I don't even know what I believe anymore. So I'm like, there's some brave souls, and you know, I think they went about it tactfully, but
let me change the brightness.
Bottom line is, people like you and people like us, all of our, you know, meeple out there, we're making it safe. We're changing it. Things have changed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, the way this goes is kind of like how a kid grows. I was looking at Lily the other day, and now she's giant. And her arm, like the length of her arm, and I thought, wait, I remember that arm when it was just a little baby arm. How did that happen? I don't remember that growing. And that's how it is with this type of a thing, is because you're exposed to it on a daily basis, you don't realize the change.
Yeah.
And things are changing a lot.
Yeah.
You better believe it. You better take courage. You better be proud and stand tall and keep on doing what you're doing, because we're making a big difference.
Yeah.
Damn, look at that. That's some premium grade top sirloin right there. Damn.
Top sirloin.
That's some filet mignon.
We found fairy tracks.
Fairy tracks.
See?
They walk on their hands.
See those handprints? Yeah, they walk on their hands. So Sean and I are gonna hike the rest of the way barefoot.
And naked.
And naked.
And afraid.
Naked and afraid. We're gonna see how long we can survive in these mountains with
Naked
nothing but each.
And unafraid.
Yeah.
And loving every minute of it.
Sean wants to be naked. So we're gonna ground. We're gonna like really connect with the earth.
Damn it! Ow!
We didn't make it very long. Okay, we found a water hole. So now we can survive.
That's a urinal for giants.
Now we can cook the water.
Man, we don't have
sterilize
a pot.
it. Dang it.
We don't have a pot. Ay, ay, ay. I love it back here so much.
Mm-hmm.
It's unbelievable. We need to meditate,
Yeah.
and then we need to consummate.
Okay. Meditate and then
And
consummate.
then we need to masturbate.
Because now we can.
You still need to take a shit?
Maybe.
Well, you're wiping with your hand.
Good job. That bird is talking to us.
Yeah, it is. That's funny. I see when I go mountain biking and stuff, I see lots of rock stacks, and I always thought people were marking a trail.
Oh.
I always thought, oh, they don't want to forget where this part of the...
Maybe that is why.
No, I think it's this. I think it's like a practice. Like,
Part of meditation.
yeah. Because it doesn't make sense where they put them sometimes. It's like, why did they put that there?
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's just because they're weird, artsy, fartsy tree hugger.
Weird.
Watches. What? I love all those tree huggers.
Those tree hugger bitches.
I love them. They smell so good.
I do. My patchouli.
Well, the new natural deodorants are actually working these days, because we tried to go natural for years and they didn't work, and they're starting to work.
Yeah, I wear Native every day now, and I have for months. And
Yeah, and it
you've
actually
never said I
works.
smelled bad.
No, they work now, which is really cool, because for the longest time they did not work. You couldn't get near people that used them.
Please refrain, cause I can't take your constructive criticism anymore. What the hell have you